Georgia, question.
No, not right now.
All right.
No, you answered
Memphis.
everything already.
Memphis, what you got?
My question is because I've been watching you for a little while as well, and I've seen where you said you had a segment about like growing up without fathers and whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like a lot of my issues with men also stem from my dad getting shot and killed when I was one. So it's kind of like my dad died when I was one, but I still had a stepfather who stepped in around the age of maybe like 3 or 4, and for him up until now. And he's married to my mom, but I feel like he's a dad more so of a father, if that makes sense. So
That makes
What's
no
the question?
sense, bro. That makes no
No,
sense.
make it simple.
my question is like, what advice do you give people who I guess have father issues, and
Well, your father was killed when you were a baby.
yeah,
How old was your mother when she married your stepfather?
she's 40.
How old were you when she? How?
So she's 46. I'm 26. So she married him when I was 18, 19.
Oh, because he's only been around the last 8 years.
No, he's been around my whole life. Like since I was when my dad
What's
died,
going on?
2 to 3 years later, they were already together
So you've known him for how long?
all my life.
But you said he's more of a.
He's more of a dad. Like he's there, but he's not there. Like, oh, my daughter is, if I was 16, 17, 18, and I'm out at past 11, 12 o'clock at night, where are you? Where are you? He's not like, let me sit down and tell you, this is
But
what I'm,
when your friends came over to your house, they met your daddy.
huh?
But if your friends came over to your house, they met your dad.
They would, but it wouldn't be more.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You were one of the few black children in the neighborhood with a father in the household.
Hmm. A dad. I wouldn't say.
Why does that even make a difference? You see how they use these words? He's more like a dad. He's more like a dad than a father. What does that mean? Who came up with these things? It's just like they're trying to hide something.
Father, because I feel like it's two definitions.
Where do you get off judging this man?
There you go.
Just over the way I was raised.
What do
As
you mean? He stepped in for a man who died and he was a stepfather.
Bro.
Most children don't even have. Listen, you're 20, how old?
26.
Okay. Young lady, you had a man to step in to raise you, pay for you like you were his biologically. And because he wasn't Bill Cosby, there's an issue.
I don't want him to be Bill Cosby, but I mean,
You want him to be what?
I just wanted him to be more like informative. Like when I go to my other friends' houses and their fathers,
That's
like
not him.
outside.
Man. Are you what he wanted as a daughter?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Of course, I.
Exactly. Thank you. Hold on. See,
Ah,
my point is this. Who are you judging this man against?
mm.
I mean, I guess the error. If I didn't have my dad, I guess I could
You
only
don't know him.
what I see.
You don't know him. Who are you judging him against? What's the measuring stick you're measuring him against?
It's just I wanted like more. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Bro. More of what? More. And this is our fault, right? We have to we have to teach children to just be humble of what they have. She has at least someone to step in and took the initiative to at least give her the father figure. You cannot go
huh?
wrong with that.
When I say more, I mean like talks, being in your life. You know what I'm saying? Coming to different things.
Huh?
Giving advice. You know what I'm saying? Sit down,
Uh,
have a conversation. This is how you should be
Or
treated. This is.
okay,
Um,
stop. How many siblings do you have?
I have a little sister.
How old is she?
She's 18.
So this man has been in your life since you were a toddler,
Yes.
what more do you want?
but he's not the kind of father you would want.
in a way. Yeah.
Okay. Did he work?
If you would consider, I mean, selling drugs and, maybe having a little job here and there, yeah.
So he didn't have a legal job
No.
Oh, that's a
your
problem.
entire life.
No. He got fired from working at a factory for being a illegal drug user. I mean, drug dealer. So,
Did he go to jail?
no, he just got fired.
Damn.
But my thing was, you never picked up another trade, or you never picked up something else for your family.
What makes you think that what makes you think that you're making it even better calling to a show to just embarrass your father, your stepfather? What makes it better? I just oh my
Okay.
God.
So your mother worked.
Yes.
So was he a stay-at-home dad of sorts?
I would say stay at home if you were in the streets.
Did he raise you or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have respect for this man?
Yes.
Why are you calling this show though?
Okay. Do you feel like you missed out by not having your father there?
100%.
Okay.
What has this man taught you?
I mean, stay out of trouble,
Does he love you?
Yeah.
If somebody came through the house, will he stand in front, take a bullet for you?
I believe so.
There you go.
Ma'am, I can't. I'm not gonna. I'm trying to be as delicate as I can, but
I mean, I can't get on.
I have an issue where so many black children don't have a father in the household, and your father was taken from you. Sad to hear that. But your mother picked this man, and I'm just going to take your story as being what it is. He's never been to jail. So he is not like, so all I know, I mean, I don't even know how you know all this stuff. His job history and work history and all that. But when you came home from school, your dad was around, or was he gone for long periods of time?
He was around.
Okay.
Damn,
He
man.
was
But
in the house, but not in the house. I feel like he was physically there, but like not 100% mentally there.
I think you had the wrong perception of what a father or dad should be. What are you? I don't know how you separate both, but he's not supposed to be there 24/7. See, even I'm working from home. Doesn't mean I'm with my kid 24/7. I have to have my 6 to 8 hours of work alone. They're not gonna understand that, but in the long run, they're gonna understand it. I think you wanted more from someone that couldn't give you more.
But
Have you had any therapy?
no,
You need some.
Yep.
I know.
Because what you're trying to do is make a man, first off, let's be real, he ain't your daddy. And the fact that he stepped in to try to do anything for you, you really should be grateful.
Thankful.
Versus trying to, well, he's not what you wanted. He's better than nothing.
Mm.
And I'm trying to understand it. Would you rather have had nothing or him? Be honest.
Him, for sure.
Most kids don't even have that.
Yeah, you're right.
So you don't sound particularly grateful.
I mean, I know how it can sound, but I can't give you a full story. Like you said, I do.
We don't want to
get
hear
it,
it.
and I'm not trying to. I'm trying to get you to give me a full story. What I'm trying to tell you that you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We're all flawed as human beings.
Yeah.
We do the best we can. This
Yep.
man didn't have to come in and be a father to you And as long as he didn't do anything bad to you, he didn't go to jail. I mean, he may not have been the model father you wanted. He may not have earned the kind of money you wanted, but you said he's a father, but not a dad, but not a father. And I need you to understand how that sounds to children who had nothing.
Mm.
They're like, I would have rather had another human in the house. That's why I'm like, what are you judging him against? There's a standard out there. And are you judging him against what you think a father should be, and where'd that come from?
Yeah. What I think a father should be
Where'd you see that growing up?
in other households.
You didn't live in those households.
I did it, but
No, you visited those households, you lived there.
so when I visited, I seen.
You didn't know then. You don't know. Anybody
You don't know what's
can
going on.
pretend, "Yeah, I fix my life."
You don't know what's going on in those households. Some of those families will just pretend to have, like, everything nice and good, but in reality they're going through a lot of turbulence like any other family. Okay? They just know how to fake it better. That's it.
Go ahead. I'm just saying, mothers ruin sons. I'm saying that you visited. That's what I'm saying. Or correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I visited other friends, family
Right.
homes.
You visited other friends, like sleepovers?
Yeah.
Okay, young lady, anybody can pretend during a sleepover.
That's what I said.
That's like little black kids going to their white friend's house and they see their mommy and daddy in the house and they see they got real Coca-Cola, got generic soda, and this and that, and then they got matching pillowcases and matching sheets and this and that, and then you come to the house, look at your mama like, well, why do we have generic this? Why, Timmy and mama, do you think how that makes them feel?
Yep. Good point.
Yeah.
So there's this segment on the Yana Fix My Life where this woman is sitting there calling her son, ain't saying he ain't no man. Because he didn't live up to the standard that she thinks. And the Yana is like, well, where'd he learn that? Where'd he learn that from you? I'm trying to understand where you got this picture of what a father should be. And where does your mother rank in this thing? So is your mother delinquent too?
No. She, I mean,
Lady.
I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I can explain it.
Do you think you're judging your father? Do you think you're judging your stepfather fairly?
No, I guess not. When you break it down, when you asking me, I guess I just have a opinion that. But when you break it down like that, and when you say you go to the house and you see Coca-Cola, and then we have generic bread at home, I can see what you're saying when you put it in that metaphor. So I can.
8 out of 10 black children don't have a man in the household.
How much?
8 out of 10 children, 8 out of 10 black children are born to single parent households.
That's high,
Not
bro.
only did you not have your biological father, you're one of the very few that had a stepfather that's been there
Yeah,
your
that's like less than 1% kind of thing.
entire life and is still there. And you haven't told me what he does well. You're talking about what he needs to do better.
Yep.
Did your mother and this man have any other children?
Not besides my little sister.
Okay.
So does he treat your little sister different than he treats you?
I would say a little bit. I feel
bit?
I feel like he probably did want to maybe overstep boundaries, but I feel like for her, since I'm older than her, I can see it, because she's 18 and I'm 26 and I don't live with them. I go home and visit. So I can see, where I feel like he's a little bit in her life, a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense. I don't want to say it's correct, but it makes sense since that's her own blood. I'm just being real, folks. I'm just being real.
She's 8 years younger. So when she was 8 and you were 16, did you have a car at 16?
I had a 17.
17. Okay. Did he do anything for that car?
You mean like work on it?
Hmm?
Yeah.
So he never had a job. He never made any money.
Legally.
I don't care legally.
Did he make
They
money?
don't ask if it's legal or not. Did he make money? Because what you're trying to basically say is your mama made all the money and he's a house dad and made nothing.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just.
Okay, so he had money.
Mhm.
All right. And you had a car at 17. Who bought that car?
From what I know, my mom.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
The house, you guys live in a house?
When I was younger or now?
Or when you were younger?
Yes, we lived in a home.
Were you living in a home by the time you graduated from high school?
What is it?
Were you living in a home by the time you graduated from high school?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So
college
the
rent.
home was in whose name?
My mom's.
So if he was making money illegally, everything had to be in her name.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think your mom actually had a man in this house that wouldn't see?
Oh, that was nice how he broke it down. If he was making things in the side, he cannot have his own name because that means he need to just report it with the taxes. Smart.
His money is there, but she's getting all the credit.
Mm.
But I'm about to blow your mind right now. At 17 years old, you got a car, right?
Yes.
He got a 9-year-old daughter in there. Every dollar he put in your mouth should have been in her mouth.
Ooh.
Because that's his blood.
Hey, that's what I told you, folks.
So
Did I tell you that?
every single solitary dime he put into you, that's love. Because it should have been over with his blood.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I agree with you. I'm not bashing him. I'm just
Well, I didn't say you were bashing him. I'm just saying you're judging him against an unfair standard. Like, it's like, I don't wish this on him, but I have friends who died recently. If he died, you wouldn't be worried about this. You'd be remembering, oh my God, that's my daddy. That's the only daddy you know.
Good point.
And because he wasn't perfect, neither was your mama. Neither are you. I'm gonna ask you one real hard question. Real hard.
There you go. She's feeling it.
Would you want your child to speak of you in this way?
on Instagram.
Period.
I feel like in different settings, I feel like if you want to be honest and you have a chance to break it down fully,
That's not the question.
yes, I feel like it's okay. But the
Oh,
way
man. Where's the honor? Where's those things that really make family strong, man? You bashing your dad in IG, man. Why? Why? He stepped in, be part of your life when he didn't need to.
it may come off like now, no.
Well, sounds like he's a. I mean, I'm gonna take for the sake of argument that his money was made illegally. He stayed out of jail. He stayed under the radar. And he stayed in your life. That's a hell of a thing.
Yes.
And he provided for a daughter that ain't his, and he's still doing it.
Yes.
Be grateful that you have one. And your mother's not perfect. That's what I'm saying. Be grateful. And see, it's part of the problem today I'm going to make it back to modern women. Part of the problem is y'all want everything.
Yep.
You're impatient. And it's like you want this, you want that. And if a stepfather, I'm going to tell you how men are going to hear this. Men are going to hear, Jesus Christ, this man stepped into a young girl's life when her dad
There we go.
died. And listen to how she's talking about him on Instagram 25 years later.
Isn't that what I said? Isn't that what I said?
That's how men are going to hear that. It's like, what the fuck? Is there any honor in being a stepfather?
That's what I said.
Hear that. He's taking money out of his child's mouth to put in yours, but for women who think of men, we have become so dehumanized in y'all's eyes. We're either utilities or something to be feared. And I'm like, I don't know if you really, I get where your heart is. You're like, well, I think it would be okay if I had a chance to flesh it out, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't think your father would want to hear. I just think he's being a little too hard on him. You should be happy and grateful for what you have. And that's what this time of year for, is to be grateful for what you have. I have a friend right now who's burying one of his best friends.
Mm.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, that's what it is. This is the time of year to be grateful for what we have. I mean, that's the whole Christmas, the Jesus Christ in the manger. That's the whole story. You got a lot, young lady. You had a man.
But I don't have one now. I'm sorry.
Your father.
Yeah, talking about your
Yeah,
father.
but I guess that stem from me just basically trying to get advice on, just because I never had sit down conversations. I guess in my mind, I am envisioning this perfect person, like like you said,
Right.
which is not fair at all.
It's not fair. It's not. He can't live up to. He can't live up to the man you never met.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, to not to overly minimize this, but Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have been in the news a lot recently.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Jada was very public in having really loved Tupac.
Yeah,
Will Smith,
that was so bad, folks. That was very bad. I mean, I remember that. The emasculation was real. And everybody in the comment section telling you go girl, you do. But what about Will Smith pride, man? Like when he smacked Chris Rock, it was clear like a ticking bomb that exploded. It only needed something small. And where's the mental health of this guy? My God.
lived a lot of his life angry at Tupac because Tupac died when he was young. The myth, the legend, people can only get greater. And every day Will's is alive, he can be a failure. He farts, he belches, he does not. Your father is human. You get to see all the things, and your father and your biological father is a picture. But the man who taught you how to ride a bike, the man who kissed your head at night, the man who gave you a thermometer and rubbed your head when you had a fever, the man who may not have been involved in your life as much as you like to, but he would kill for you. And I've known women like that who always want their fathers to be more in their lives, like some Disney movie or whatever. That's not what we do. We need to start judging. And this is the problem, because so many of our women have lost contact with who we are as men, that you don't even know how to appreciate us for our uniqueness. You want us to be more like women. We are not. We are men. We do things differently. We don't sit down and tell me your feelings. Let me look in your diary. Let's talk about all that. We show our love in different ways. Meaning somebody comes barreling through the house, dad jumps up.
Good point.
He's not worried about DNA. He gets you and his daughter out of the house, or protects you both. He doesn't say, well, I'm going to jump in front of my biological child instead of this child. Because to him, you're both the same.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good one, young lady.
Thank you.
Okay,
Oh,
bye-bye.
that was very nice.
Yeah, I get where she was coming from. I mean, if you've ever known anybody who lost a parent early, that parent always looms very large. And even us who didn't have our parents growing up, our father growing up, if he was alive, the opportunity was always there. Once they're gone, there's a lot can be mythologized. So don't be too hard on her. I got where she was coming from. But I think it's kind of telling that in our culture that the greatness of men. I asked this when I was in Miami to groups of women all over the place. What do men do that's great and wonderful that has nothing to do with women and children? And you know what I heard from women more than anything else?
Wow. That's
Knowledge.
crazy. Wow.
Football,
That's insane.
atoms, fundamentals. You'll see the videos. And ladies, it's hearing stuff like this. My goal is it starts to humanize men, And it starts to break down a lot of the hubris and arrogance so many women have today. Women really think of themselves in aggrandized ways above men. And my goal is to tell you, you ain't special. You're human, just like a man. And when we start looking at each other, we can end up getting together versus the first young lady thinking she's gonna have to go out making $500,000 in the next 5 years, so she don't need no man. Yeah. All right, y'all.
Think I can try.
Well, I don't know what to say, folks. It's just, yeah, those that have their father present, man, just tell them thank you, man. That's all I can think. I understand where she's coming from. Listen, we all would love to have our parents do better, and we always have that perfect image of how to be a father. Instead of just waiting to be when to change to be the better person, why you don't take the reins and become that perfect father or better mom? I understand where this young lady is coming, but again, it is what it is, right? It's just sad to see, very sad to see. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.